Scorpio, hi. So this is going to be a reading for June 26th through July 2nd. And I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And then I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Now let's see, Scorpio. All right, the overall energy for the reading, the Fool. Really inclined to make some movement forward, to make something happen here. Okay. We'll see. In the recent past, the Six of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, the Nine of Cups. There's a situation you've been dealing with here, and I feel like it worked both ways. You know, everything was fine. Everything was kind of functioning under an energy of equal give and take. Definitely making you happy here. So things were looking good at some point here. Now, in the current situation, the High Priestess, the Ace of Wands, the World card. You feel inclined to end a cycle within a particular situation. Now, I don't know what that means exactly, you know, to cut a cycle off. But it's coming from, well, I feel like this is the best thing for me, for them, for whoever at this time. So that's where the movement comes in, because I feel like it's coming from you. It's coming from a need to create something, to create a change for a situation by completing a cycle. In the immediate future, the Eight of Swords, the Four of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles. There's a commitment that's shown up here. There's a whole lot of overthinking on top of this energy of commitment. And then I see you by yourself doing your own thing, independent of this commitment. So let's clarify. Let's see the Fool. The Nine of Cups, the Five of Pentacles, the Sun. You want to do something that's right for you, that's making you happy, but there's involved within this energy, there's an energy of possibly leaving something or someone behind. But you're showing me I need to do this because this is what makes me happy at this time, what would make me happy at this time. So possibly wanting to end the situation here. And then beyond that, there's happiness for sure. At least in the way you're feeling, at least in the energy you're presenting. Let me do the Six of Pentacles. For the Six of Pentacles, you get the Five of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, the World card. Okay, so remember what I told you? It looks good there in the past. Energy of equal give and take, love, everything looks good. It did on the surface there, but the truth really was a little bit different than how things looked. Whereas there seems to be almost like a taking on of this energy of someone is doing more than the other, which doesn't create an equal give and take kind of an energy. Someone is taking on a whole lot of things in contrast with the other person. It does seem like at some point it does come into balance, but for the most part, there's definitely an energy where there's not equal give and take, even though that's what's being presented on the surface. Let's do the Page of Cups. So things are not really what they look like here, huh? For the Page of Cups, you get the Queen of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands, the Justice card. No self-love, no putting yourself first within the situation. It's all for them. Everything is for them. That in itself doesn't create an equal give and take. You know? And on top of other things. But definitely a sense of love, a sense of putting your heart out there, which is great. but never really taking yourself into consideration, where you thought you are, but you're not really. So really starting to do that a lot more, to put yourself first a lot more, and figuring out that, hold on, things are not what they seem here. This is not what I thought it was. For the Nine of Cups, you get the Page of Wands, the Ace of Wands, the Two of Wands. Yeah, there's a lot of healing that comes through as you start, taking these first steps into realizing first what is actually going on. And there's a lot of energy that's being shifted back towards you. Like, you know what? I kind of need to do me here. Regardless of what's happening within this connection, regardless of what's going to happen within this connection. So there's definitely a sense of growth, a sense of from realizing into actually doing a whole lot more for yourself. And I feel like that lasted for a while there, that took some time. Time put into yourself, basically, to bring yourself into balance and to realize what this is attached to you and how you're functioning in the situation, how the other energy is functioning in the situation, and just kind of putting two and two together, Let's do the High Priestess in the current situation, the Seven of Swords, the Devil, the Ace of Pentacles. As I said, the overall energy that shows up for you for this reading is that of, I kind of want to leave this situation behind. Possibly figuring out this isn't working out for me, this isn't the best thing that's happening for me, it's not healthy, it's not helping me grow, it's just not for me at this time. So the intention is possibly that of walking away from it. Now, the way you want to walk away from it, there seems to be a little bit of an unhealthy energy attached to that, in the sense of, I'll just let it fade away, or I'll just let it self-destruct, and then I'll be out. Like a sneaky kind of an energy, like, not owning it. Hey, look, this is what's up, I'm out. Thank you so much, goodbye, that's it, goodbye. Not really. It's coming through as, let me find ways around that. Let me sneak away from this. Maybe they won't even notice I'm gone, kind of a thing. I think they will, and I think you will. I don't think it's gonna feel good for you even to do it in that way of, let me cheat my way out of this. Let's do the Ace of Wands, Three of Wands, the Judgment card, the King of Wands. I mean, you're definitely showing me your mind is made up. You know what you want out of this. The problem is, from there into actually doing something about it, there's this gap of time. And you're trying to extend that, you're like, yeah, I'll do it. Oh, I'll do it Monday. Monday comes, I'll do it next month, the bills are coming up, so I can't do it right now. Who the hell knows what you're finding, but you always find something to not do it, even though the energy is definitely available for you to do something about it. Let's do the World card. The Chariot, the King of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups. Yeah. I kind of get the sense that you're trying to shift your focus someplace else, maybe work, maybe something tied up to you personally, that's more important at this time, and it could be. But hoping that, not having to deal with this on a day-to-day basis and keeping yourself busy someplace else will make this out the door transition smoother. You're still gonna have to address this, because for now it's kind of up in the air, and the energy is definitely that of, no, it's closed off, but physically it hasn't been. So that's what kind of keeps this in a place, a pretty foggy place, which I feel like eventually it's not going to feel good for you. It's not going to feel good for anybody involved, Let's do the Eight of Swords in the immediate future, the Three of Cups, the Strength card, the Nine of Wands. I mean, you wish that things could work out. You wish that things because you're coming in as overthinking things, because you're stepping back into a place of maybe it's gonna be okay, maybe it's gonna work out, and that buys you some more time because you just came up with this maybe situation, and maybe extends time to who knows when, it just delays processes. So the more you do that, the harder it's going to get. You got the Nine of Wands assisting you with that. That's quite the hardship there you're putting on yourself. The maybe is not necessarily the best tool to use because it just makes you overthink. It just keeps you busy up here and not allows you to align with the energies that are at play, which the energies that are at play, but you're trying to avoid them. Let's do the Four of Wands, King of Cups, Five of Cups, Page of Swords. Kind of looking at the past a little bit when it comes to this situation, being a little bit nostalgic, being a little bit like, there was love there, at least as far as I'm concerned, but things changed. I don't know what the hell changed. I have no idea. Maybe you did, because again, I see a lot of you kind of stopping in your tracks and starting to work on yourself. Which is not a bad thing. Change is not a bad thing. There is growth here. But if this energy didn't keep up with you, meeting you in that frequency, then yes, sometimes it happens in that way. Where it's like, you either come with me or not, kind of a thing. And I don't know what this is. This doesn't have to be romantic, by the way. It could be a friendship. I do see a sense of commitment, but that could be two friendships too. So let's do the Nine of Pentacles, Six of Wands, the Hermit, the Hierophant. Yeah, there's more growth for you that follows. There's more. This is part of you basically cleaning up your closet. That's how I call it. Things that no longer serve you, situations that no longer serve you, usually we leave behind. And the minute that we release those things, we feel like, so there's much more that wants to come in when that happens, because now there's space. We're not dragging with us things that we don't need, occupying space. No, they go away. New things come in, new energies. And the energy that's coming in for you is very healing, very deep, very, bigger than where you're at right now. You're just kind of hanging on to this one. You're dreading it for quite a while. You've been hanging on to it because the way you possibly leave things behind is in a sneaky kind of way, kind of comes in as a pattern, and doing it a different way where it's like confronting the situation and letting it know, look, this is what's happening, and then moving away from it. This is something you may need to learn to do, because for right now, because you don't know how to do it that way, you're still trying to use your old tricks or your old patterns. But you don't want to do that anymore either because you've grown. So it doesn't make sense that you do that. That's why time is just passing and nothing really is happening. Interesting. Let me see. Eventually I'll get this table not to stick anymore somehow. I don't know how. Sticky. Let's see what the universe has to close it off. King of Cups, Eight of Wands, Four of Swords. Yeah. Expressing how you really feel, part of your healing. Everything you've learned so far, everything you're gonna learn, part of your healing. Addressing a situation here is kind of like the emphasis of this reading is definitely that of you need to learn how to express what you want and how you feel. Otherwise, things are just going to get, prolonged and just kind of going to stay up in the air where there's no closure to that. So again, no idea what the situation is about. The universe says, look, the alternative, the different way to do things is to be direct. This is how I feel. That's what it is, kind of a thing. So that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye.